thought of the name Malayan because one of the inspirations in the creation of the school was our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, the pride of the Malay race, who once walked this part of the country just a little over a century ago.
Our vision is to be a global steeple of excellence in professional education and research.
MCL is the #1 private school in Calabarzon.
Our mission is to provide the learning environment that would transform our students into globally competitive professionals.
To produce social wealth from the generation of new talents.
Excellence, loyalty, teamwork, discipline, and urgency. These are our core values.
To me, MCL is home.
Malayan is not just the buildings, the grounds, nor the facilities. More so, it is the people who comprise the institution. The smile of a student when he realizes that he just learned something. The embrace of friends without whom one cannot live. The values we instill, excellence and virtue.
MCL is home.
MCL is home.
MCL is home.
I am Malayan.
I am Malayan.
I am Malayan. I am Malayan. I am Malayan.
Okay, good morning po sa ating lahat and welcome to the 4th session of Viewpoints. This is our online meeting and discussion for the new students, yung mga gusto pong mag-enroll for academic year 2020 and 2021. Also, to the parents, alam po namin na marami kayong interest, marami kayong insights and perspectives na gustong maintindihan, gustong mas lalo pang maintindihan at maunawaan, lalo na't napakadaming mga issues ngayon, not only about Philippine education, kundi globally. We are facing the challenge, the COVID-19 pandemic. At parang halos lahat po ng aspeto ng lipunan ay naapektuhan nito, lalo na po yung economy, at lalo na rin po yung education sector. So I am Professor James Ronald Messina. I lead the Admissions Office at the Registrar's Office of Malayan Colleges Laguna, Mapua School. At malugod po namin kayong tinatanggap. Welcome to Viewpoints. And hopefully towards the end, we will be able to have a meaningful discussion about education in the new normal. So ito po ay aming binuo, itong konsepto ng Viewpoints ay binuo namin para kahit na tayo ay nasa ating mga tahanan, huwag po kayong lalabas kung hindi naman kailangan. Dahil gusto po namin na kasama pa rin namin kayo sa pag-discuss ng mga importante at mahalagang issues. So simula po noong April 29, 2020, kami po ay nag-post na ng enrollment guidelines in our website. You may want to check it at www.mcl.edu.ph. So yung guidelines po natin ay magbibigay ng information about our open admissions and enrollment. And based on our schedule, May 20 is the start of the online submission of documents for our new students. So yung mga nakikinig natin ng mga estudyante ngayon na nandito, pina-attend talaga namin kayo para na-inform kayo dun sa procedures about online submission. So ang dami na namin natatanggap na email simula kagabi about paano kami magsasubmit ng requirements. So siguro unahin muna natin yon, sagutin natin ngayon. Number 1, magpapasa tayo ng requirements online. So sarado po ang mga opisina ng Malayan Colleges Laguna all you have to do is to submit your documents online. Ang question, paano po namin gagawin yon? Sabi dun sa guidelines, we will give you account in the Blackboard Learn, which is MCL's Learning Management System. So, para makapag-submit ka, kailangan mo ng Blackboard account. Lahat po ng nag-online application ay binigyan na namin ng Blackboard account. So, ang gagawin nyo ngayon ay pumunta kayo sa website. Nasa guidelines din naman natin yung credentials, viewing of credentials for Blackboard Learn. Kasi ibibigay sa inyo doon yung inyong username and password. Yung username and password na yun ang gagamitin niyo to access Blackboard Learn, and in Blackboard Learn, you will pass all the requirements. So medyo mahaba po yung ating guidelines, kaya po hinihingi ko yung pangunawa ng mga students, ng mga magulang. Pakibasa po yung mga guidelines kasi lahat po ng information na tinatanong sa amin through email, through Facebook, ay nandoon sa guidelines. Medyo extend po natin ang konti ng pasensya na basahin yung guidelines dahil yung step-by-step po na hinihingi nyo ay nandoon. Gustuin man namin na sagutin yung inyong mga step-by-step na tanong, ay baka po ma-information overload tayo. Kaya ang nire-request namin is for you to check our guidelines. Yan po ay in-email namin, yan ay nasa website, yan ay makikita rin sa Facebook na nakalink din sa aming website. So the purpose of the guidelines basically to assist you all throughout the open admissions and enrollment process. Ngayon, kung magkakaroon po ng problema sa accessing ng credentials for Blackboard Learn, siguro yun po yung panahon para kayo ay mag-email sa amin so we can further assist you. So, ulitin ko lang po, today is the start of our online submission of documents for all students who applied at Malayan Colleges Laguna. Now, in the event na kayo po ay hindi pa nakakapag-submit ng pre-enrollment survey, hindi po kayo makakapag-proceed sa submission ng documents because that is step 3. Ang step 1 po natin ay dapat makapag-pre-enrollment survey muna kayo. So, sasabihin nyo, magulo, nalilito ako. Kaya nga po, basahin po natin yung guidelines para mas ma-appreciate po natin yung kabuuan ng ating mga instructions for our online admissions and online enrollment. So, in our slide kanina, gusto ko lang pong i-advertise din that this coming May 23, we will be having another set of discussions for Viewpoints. But this time, this will be focused on flexible learning in the new normal. So, may mga request po yung mga parents na umattend in the previous sessions. Pwede nyo ba kaming bigyan ng dry run? Pwede nyo ba kaming bigyan ng sample? Paano ba gumagana yung Blackboard Learn para ma-appreciate namin kung paano matututo yung aming mga estudyante, yung aming mga anak. Napakahalaga po ng request na yan. That's why we are accommodating that request. So, see you again on May 23 and May 30. Unfortunately, we should let go of the May 25 schedule because it was declared yesterday as a non-working holiday by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. So, ang sessions po natin ay May 23 and May 30, specifically for flexible learning in the new normal, wherein we will provide a walkthrough of MCL's learning management system, which is Blackboard Learn. So, ayan po, huwag po sana kayong masawa na mag-join sa aming mga sessions. Dahil sa totoong buhay po, ito yung mga activities na ginagawa namin sa campus na ini-invite namin kayo. But since our offices, the entire school premises are all closed, ito na lang po, mag-virtual meeting na lang tayo. So, let's discuss about the flexible learning options under the new normal on May 23 and 30. Welcome po kayo dyan. I-share niyo po yan sa inyong mga kaibigan at mga kakilala na interesado sa Malayan Colleges Laguna at saka dun sa mismong topic. So, siguro umpisahan na natin para makapag-entertain tayo ng maraming questions later. Makikita nyo po sa screen natin sa Microsoft Teams, meron dyan Q&A portion wherein you can actually type in your questions and later we will address them one by one so that we can give clarifications on certain procedures and concerns about open admissions and enrollment. So, welcome to Malayan Colleges Laguna, and this is Viewpoints. Basically, our objective for Viewpoints is to gather the different perspectives about education in the new normal. Ito po yung ating framework to further understand Viewpoints. So, sinimplify ko po ito sa pamamagitan ng isang diagram. So, napakaraming viewpoints, napakadaming insights and perspectives about the new normal. These are all coming from the government, from the educational institutions, from parents like you, and from students who are interested. Lalong dapat sila ay interesado kung ano ba ang kahihinatnan ng aking edukasyon under the new normal. And definitely, all these four stakeholders have different interests. If we are talking of education, syempre yung government, medyo regulatory ang approach niyan. Yung educational institutions naman, sila yung service provider. Yung parents and students, medyo magkahawig yung interest niyan kasi sila yung beneficiaries ng education service. So, sa totoong buhay po, magkakaiba ang direksyon ng kanilang viewpoints, magkakaiba ang kanilang gusto, magkakaiba ang kanilang pananaw. Paano sila mag-meet? Siguro ang isa sa pinaka-epektibong paraan para sila ay mag-meet ay pag-usapan ang kanilang mga viewpoints at tingnan kung paano tayo magkakaroon ng win-win solution, win-win arrangement for education under the new normal. Yan po ang pangunahing layunin ng Viewpoints at kaya po kami ay nag-oorganisa ng mga ganitong gawain is for us to understand the different positions and the different perspectives about education under the new normal. So ano nga po ba ang pananaw ng gobyerno pagdating sa education under the new normal? That is actually our first viewpoint. Viewpoint number 1, which is from the government. And even though we have no representatives from the government right now who can actually talk to us about their viewpoint or viewpoints, the government through the Department of Education and the Commission on Higher Education have been very transparent and consistent in releasing press releases and advisories about how the education group, the education sector will proceed under the new normal. So yan po ang ilalahad ko ngayon, yan po ang isi-share ko ngayon so that we can reflect on the position of the government on the topic. So, according to the Secretary of Education, the Honorable Leonor Briones, ang sabi po niya ay, we are going into a new normal because we are creating a brave new world and we have to start with the children to give them courage, to give them initiative, to help them look at problems realistically and to continually have hope and confidence that we will overcome so on to the new world. Karugtong po niyan, sabi niya, if you teach anxiety, if you teach fear, if you teach insecurity and you are so fearful that you cannot move anymore, let's just wait for this thing to blow over, but we don't know when this thing will blow over. So in the meantime, we cannot have 9 months of idle children being restrained in their homes, making them stay at home and having no classes, no learning at all, because we are afraid. We have to work around that fear. So, yan po ang viewpoint ng Department of Education para sa mga magulang at mga mag-aaral na senior high school, ang mga anak na papasok sa susunod na academic year. Yan po ang posisyon ng DepEd. Ang Commission on Higher Education naman po, ito ang sinasabi mula kay Chairman Dr. Prospero de Vera III. The approach to education should be anchored on the premise that learning must continue. Quarantine or not, learning must continue, and therefore it is everybody's responsibility to ensure that flexible learning is delivered during and after the crisis. Higher education institutions are the repositories of innovation and the vanguards of change. So, medyo mabibigat po ang mga salitang binibitiwan ng ating mga government officials pagdating sa education. Ngunit kung ito po ay ating isa-summarize, they only talk about one thing, which is education must continue. And this brand of education must be premised on flexible learning. Kaya po yan ang tatalakayin natin sa session na ito. Paano ba isa sa katuparan yung flexible learning? So all throughout this pandemic, the Commission on Higher Education has been ruling out many false accounts and media publications, mga fake news, about the position of the government and the Commission on Higher Education about flexible learning. So, last April po, naglabas ang CHED nitong fake news alert na ito. Dahil inulan sila ng napakadaming email at question tungkol sa kanilang posisyon about flexible learning. So nilinaw nila, hindi po namin sinasabi na wala ng online classes, wala ng online submission. Ang sinasabi namin yung nasa kanan, real advisory from CHED, deploy available distance learning, e-learning, and alternative modes of delivery in lieu of residential learning. Pag sinabi pong residential learning, ito yung face-to-face classes. Facilitate alternative learning activities to enable students to complete required practicum or OJT hours. HEIs that have shifted their academic calendar must adopt different delivery modes of teaching and provide makeup classes to compensate for the 30-day class suspension. Ang tinutukoy po niya rito ay yung class suspension simula noong March 16 or March 17 because of the outbreak of the pandemic. So ano po ang nilalaman ng mga advisories na yon? Education must continue. Learning must continue. Ito po ay mga mabibigat na hamon. Ito po ay mabibigat na instruction at direktiba mula sa pamahalaan. Pero napakalinaw din po na pinapahalagahan ng pamahalaan through the CHED and the Commission on Higher Education and DepEd ang continuity ng learning sa ating mga mag-aaral. So, ito po ay ibinababa sa mga paaralan, kagaya ng Malayan Colleges Laguna, para po yung aming mga plano for the next academic year will also be geared towards the premise of education must continue. So, sa kasunod pong slide, sinasabi po dyan na the classes as mandated by the DepEd will start on August 24, 2020. Para po sa mga magulang at mga mag-aaral na nagtatanong, ang Malayan Colleges Laguna kailan magsisimula ang klase. So, we are eyeing to open the school year this coming August 17, 2020. However, the DepEd is very quick in clarifying that, number one, private schools may actually decide when to open their classes. So kami po ay nag-decide August 17, 2020. However, the DepEd is also saying, if you start classes earlier than August 24, as what we have instructed, you are not allowed to hold physical classes. So, bagamat magsisimula po tayo ng August 17, 2020, expect po natin na hindi po ito actual face-to-face classes because we are following the directive of the Department of Education and the Commission on Higher Education. Siguro po ito ay napapanahon na para sa ating lahat na tayo ay makadevelop ng tinatawag natin na pandemic mindset. Ano po yung pandemic mindset? Sa ibang terminolohiya, ito ay tinatawag ding disaster mindset or disaster resilience mindset. Kung ano man ang gusto nyong itawag doon, isa lang po ang kanyang gustong sabihin. Yung pananaw, yung state of mind, mindset, na sa panahon ng pandemya, sa panahon ng kalamidad, dapat lahat ng mga tao ay handa, dapat lahat ng tao ay responsable, dapat lahat ng tao ay nakahandang tumugon sa kung anuman ang kailanganin ng sitwasyon. Ibig sabihin po, dapat lahat tayo nag-a-adjust. Ito po ang new normal. Ito po ang magiging sitwasyon natin sa mga susunod na araw at buwan. Bagamat mahirap tanggapin, bagamat marami sa atin ang in denial pa rin dito sa new normal na ito, the government is saying what are allowed during the general community quarantine are actually the same things under the new normal. So pag lumabas tayo, naka-face mask, social distancing, pati mga public transportation, limitado na ang seating capacity, 50% lang sa loob ng isang lugar, bawal ang mag-congregate, by batch ang pasok ng mga tao sa public places. Lahat po yan, those are the descriptors of the new normal. At lahat po yun ay magiging successful lamang kung lahat ay mag-a-adjust. Kung lahat ay gagalaw, kung lahat ay magiging responsable. So for example po sa school, we are doing a lot of adjustments so that we can cope with the new normal. So, ang sabi po sa ating advisory ng IATF, paano natin gagawin ang mga bagay-bagay na may kinalaman sa new normal. At ito po ang gagawin ng mga eskwelahan. So first and foremost, distance learning will be a major component of learning delivery for the coming school year. So ito po ay galing sa DepEd, pero ito rin po ay susundin ng Commission on Higher Education. We are working double time to ready our system. Kami nga po sa private school, baka triple time pa para maghanda para sa darating na school year. To deliver accessible and quality distance education to everyone. According to the Interagency Task Force, adoption of various learning delivery options such as but not limited to face-to-face, blended learning, distance learning, and homeschooling and other modes of delivery shall be implemented depending on the local COVID risk severity classification and compliance with minimum health standards and conduct of curricular and co-curricular activities such as science fairs, trade fairs, school sports, campus journalism, festival of talents, athletics, and other activities will be canceled except those that will be conducted online. So marami po ang adjustments na gagawin because of the new normal. Ngayon, lagi natin narinig yan, blended learning, distance learning, options for learning continuity. Pero ano nga ba itong mga bagay na ito? So pasadaan po natin ang direktiba ng DepEd as regards the learning delivery modalities under the new normal which must be contained in the learning continuity plan. Una po yung tinatawag na blended learning. It allows for a combination of face-to-face, online, and modular learning delivery. Limited face-to-face learning delivery, it affords social distancing, decreases the volume of people outside the home at any given time. So yan po yung kombinasyon ng nakagisna natin na face-to-face learning at yung distance learning. Kaya ang term na ginagamit ay blended. Sabihin, combination siya nung dalawang approach. The other one is distance learning. This is the most viable for independent learners who learners are supported by periodic supervision of parents or guardians. Paano i-deliver ang distance learning? Online platforms, educational programs. Kaya naririnig po natin sa mga interview ng DepEd, gagamitin yung TV and radio at bibigyan din yung iba ng printed modules kung meron silang problema sa internet connection. Yung ikatlo naman pong type is the homeschooling, which provides learners with equal access to quality basic education at home, to be facilitated by qualified parents, guardians, or tutors who have undergone relevant training. And the key features are the following: families can educate according to their personal faith, philosophy, and values. Learning schedules may adjust to fit family schedules and circumstances. Ang huli pong klase ay yung apprenticeship, which provides senior high school learners with opportunities for actual immersion in the workplace under the supervision of certified practitioner. So para sa mga senior high school po, ito yung ginagawa natin sa work immersion program na pinapadala natin yung mga bata na parang OJT. So apat po na learning modalities ang ating pinag-usapan. Ang panglima po niyan ay yung traditional na face-to-face classes. So, yung lima po na yon ang recommended ng Department of Education. Ang tanong, dun sa mga pinag-usapan natin na health and safety measures, alin po dyan sa apat na yan ang pinaka-workable na masusunod natin yung mga requirements ng safety and health? Baka iba sa atin sasabihin, ay maganda pala yung homeschooling o kaya yung apprenticeship kasi walang gastos, nasa bahay lang yung bata, di ba? Yun lang yung ating minsan nakikita na maganda pala yan, walang gastos, wala akong babayaran, walang baon. Hindi na kailangan ng teacher, hindi na kailangan ng school dahil yung mag-aaral ay mananatili sa bahay. Tama po kayo. Sa totoo lang, lahat po yung apat na yan, 5 kasama yung face-to-face sessions, lahat yan ay maganda, lahat yan ay epektibo, lahat yan ay isa ang gustong mangyari, which is for learning to continue. However, again, emphasizing the pandemic mindset, there are certain adjustments that we need to do. Since we cannot do physical classes regularly, because of the safety protocols and measures, we need to switch all these available learning modalities so that we can ensure learning continuity. So ano po ang ibig sabihin? Yung physical classes po ay hindi mangyayari regularly. Bakit? Dahil ang gusto po ng gobyerno para masunod yung social distancing, kung ang isang classroom ay kayang maglaman ng 40 students, under the new normal, 20 to 25 lang, dahil yung espasyo sa pagitan ng isang estudyante, pupunta doon sa kabila, dapat at least 1.5 meters. So to do that, magpagawa tayo ng maraming classrooms. Ang problema yung classrooms ay hindi naman basta-basta maipapagawa sa loob ng 2-3 buwan. Kaya ang solusyon, kailangan ng shifting class schedules. And that will be the type of face-to-face classes that we will have under the new normal. Kaya sasabihin niyo ay mag-homeschooling na lang tayo kasi hindi kailangan ng mga classroom. Libre, walang bayad. Yun lang po ang ating akala, pero ang homeschooling po ay meron pa rin sinusunod na curriculum. Ang homeschooling po ay merong required na training para sa magulang na magpapacilitate ng klase. So may bayad pa rin po yan dahil i-enroll nyo pa rin yung anak nyo sa homeschooling program, bibigyan kayo ng materials, ite-train yung magulang para mag-conduct ng classes under the homeschool program. So meron pong cost yan at definitely, yun po, nasa bahay yung bata, pero meron pa rin mangyayaring learning activities na online. So talagang hindi pa rin natin maiiwasan yung pag-alis natin doon sa tinatawag na distance learning. Pero wag niyo po masamain yung aking comment. Marami po akong kakilala na yung mga anak ay sinailalim sa homeschooling at marami pong mga success stories ng homeschooling sa Pilipinas at sa maraming bahagi ng mundo. So magandang programa po yan, pero gusto ko pong ilahad na ito po yung dynamics ng mga learning modalities na yon. Yung apprenticeship naman, maganda rin yan kasi yung skills ay matututukan, yung training ng skills ay matututukan sa industry. Kaya lang, yun po ba ang gusto natin na dalahin natin sa industry yung mga bata ngayon? Tapos yung mga industry po ay hindi rin ganun kabukas na mag-accommodate ng mga students because of the safety and health protocols. Kasi responsibility nila yan. Kaya lumalabas po sa maraming pribadong paaralan, ang pinaka matunog at ang pinaka posibleng pamamaraan ng learning delivery ay yung distance learning at yung blended learning. And yung pong dalawang approaches na yon ay ginagawa na rin ng napakaraming eskwelahan. Kaya lang, sasabihin nyo sa akin, yun nga ang problema, Sir James. Magdi-distance learning tayo, mag-online learning tayo, may problema kami sa internet. Yung asawa ko, nag-work from home, kailangan din niya ng internet, gumagamit din siya ng computer. Isa lang yung laptop namin, so paano ang gagawin namin? Siya na lang lagi ang nasa computer, sasabay pa yung anak ko, 2 o 3 yung anak ko na mag-online learning din. Wala kaming gagamitin para doon. Bukod doon, limitado yung aming internet bandwidth. So kapag ka nag-Zoom, pag nag-Teams, pag nag-online learning yung mga bata, ubos na, napakabagal na ng data, napakabagal na ng internet. So napakadami pong mga issues. Yan pong lahat ng yan ay valid. Lahat ng issues po na yan at concerns na yan ay nararanasan ng napakarami ring tao. Ako po ay nagtuturo sa college. Meron po akong estudyante, mga first year and second year college students. At kami po ay nasa online learning ngayon. Nangyayari din po yan na bumabagal ang connection, lalo na yung klase ko, 5:30 to 7 ng hapon. So pag bumagal ang connection, wala na. Biglang mawawala yung mga estudyante, magre-reconnect, magsisimula 23, magiging 20, magiging 19, tapos minsan nagpuputol-putol. So napakadami pong mga connectivity issues. Kaya tanong nga po natin ay, paano tayo sa new normal? Parang yan na yung sitwasyon ngayon. So anong adjustments ang pwede natin gawin para ma-solve natin yung problema na yan ng internet connection? May kwento ko lang po, merong isang universidad sa Cebu na ang instruction nila sa mga estudyante ay, sige, Monday to Thursday, mag-a-upload kami ng mga requirements sa learning management system. Kompleto yan, Monday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, magpa-load kayo ng data para dyan sa mga araw na yan, kukuhanin ninyo yung mga learning materials, sasagutan ninyo yung mga assignment at quiz, at ipapasa nyo ng Saturday, Sunday. Pag Monday to Thursday, next lesson na ulit tayo. Ito po ba ay nag-work? Yes. Bakit? Kasi nagkaroon ng schedule, hindi real-time, actual, uma-attend yung mga estudyante ng klase kasi merong schedule. Kaya ano ang moral lesson? Meron palang pwedeng gawin. Meron palang pwedeng diskarte. Meron palang solusyon. Kailangan lang mag-adjust. Yung iba naman po, naglo-load ng mga gigaplans, mga ganun ako nakikita sa Facebook, tsaka sinishare ng estudyante. Tapos, ginagawa siya ng sarili niyang schedule. Itong araw na to, magda-download ako ng mga materials. Itong araw na to, magsasubmit ako. Hindi na ako a-attend ng live session. Hihintayin ko na lang yung recording at doon ko papakinggan. Kasi nga naman yung live session, pag may hindi ka maintindihan, hindi mo naman pwedeng pigilan yung teacher. Hindi natin magagawa yon. Sa face-to-face classes, nagagawa natin yun. Tataas ka ng kamay, sasabihin mo, ma'am, may question po ako, and the teacher will entertain the question. In the online setup, hindi pwede yun kasi ongoing yung discussion. Pero kung meron kang recording ng lesson, kada may hindi ka maintindihan, pwede mong balikan. Pwede mong ulit-ulitin. Siguro naman kung mga naka-30 beses mo na pinapanood yung video na yan, maiintindihan mo ang ibig sabihin ng teacher dun sa particular na lesson na yun. So, ano po ang bottom line? May paraan, kailangan lang pong mag-adjust ng estudyante. Sa part po ng teacher, mamaya i-discuss ko sa ating second viewpoint, maraming adjustments na ginagawa ang eskwelahan at ang mga guro pagdating sa online learning. Bakit po? Kasi napakalimitado po ng ating options at ng ating choice. Distance learning, and I think we need to give it a chance. this time. Okay po, so mamaya pag-uusapan po natin bakit gano'n ang sinasabi ni Sir James na give distance learning a chance this time. So again po, kung meron kayong mga katanungan, i-type nyo lang po dyan sa ating Q&A portion para makita natin kung meron kayong mga gustong i-clarify. So far po, meron ako mga nakikita ng tanong dito na nasagot ko na. When is the opening of classes? August 17. How much is the tuition fee? Later on po, ano po natin yan, di-discuss po natin yan. Audio is off, can't hear anything. Hopefully po ngayon ay okay na po tayo sa audio natin. What is the plan for the graduating students of senior high school at MCL? Later po, i-discuss po natin yan, how to process enrollment. So, mag-populate lang po kayo ng mga questions nyo sa ating Q&A so that we can address them properly in our question and answer portion. So, yung mga learning modalities. For Malayan Colleges Laguna, let me give this statement as early as now, that we will be adopting blended learning and distance learning as mandated by the Department of Education under its acceptable and recommended learning modalities. So that will be explained in detail as we go on our second viewpoint. So napag-usapan na po natin yung iba't ibang perspektibo na inilalahad ng gobyerno para sa new normal. Punta po tayo sa viewpoint number 2, which is the viewpoints from educational institutions. So, basically, all educational institutions, baka magalit sa akin yung ibang mga private school, Mr. Messina, huwag mong sabihin all. Di ba? Huwag all. So, most, if not all, educational institutions will be shifting to learning environments under the new normal. So, yan po yung ating next slide. Learning environments under the new normal. So, I'm only speaking of Malayan Colleges Laguna about our preparations in creating learning environments under the new normal. But I am sure many other private educational institutions could relate to several points that I will be sharing in this online session. So may mga nakikita na akong tanong, what will be their class schedules? Masasagot po natin yan sa part na ito. Can the parents also access Blackboard learning system of MCL? Masasagot po natin yan sa part na ito. How to access BBL? What is required for the child to access your online programs? Siguro po ang sagot ay mag-enroll para po ma-access po yung online programs ng MCL. So, umpisahan na po natin. So, first, that MCL would like to assure the parents and the incoming students that effective this year, we will be increasing the capacity of the school to offer flexible learning spaces. And I'm saying that increase the capacity of the school, increase the capacity of MCL to provide flexible learning spaces because since 2007, kami po ay naniniwala at kami po ay tumutupad sa paniniwalang ang karunungan po ay hindi dapat nakakulong sa 4 na haligi ng silid-aralan. Learning must not be confined in the 4 walls of the classroom. Learning spaces, kaya po yan ay plural, spaces, ibig sabihin, marami. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang classroom. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang sa classroom dapat natututo ang mga mag-aaral. At ito po ay napapanahon ngayon. Gone were the days that our mindset about learning is that it will only happen inside the classroom. Ngayon po lahat. Sabi ko nga lagi sa mga estudyante ko, I'm teaching economics to college students. Sabi ko, mga minamahal na estudyante, wala na programa sa kahit na saang universidad o kolehiyo na ang title ay Bachelor of Science in Diskarte. Diskarte. Diba? Ibig sabihin, Ito ay isang skill. Ito ay isang life skill, kumbaga sa terminolohiya ng DepEd, K-12 curriculum. Yung pagkamadiskarte ay isang skill na dapat natututunan natin. At isang bahagi lang nun ng pagkatuto, yung sa loob ng classroom, habang tayo ay nakikisalamuha sa guro, sa mga kaklase, habang tayo ay nakikinig at nakikisali sa mga lessons. Pero yung diskarteng makabuluhan at napapanahon, natututunan mo yan minsan pag nakasakay ka sa jeep, pag nakikipag-usap ka sa tindera sa 7-Eleven, pag ikaw ay nakikipag-transaksyon sa gobyerno, pag ikaw ay nag-a-apply ng kahit na ano, di ba? So, minsan nasa mall ka, yung diskarte na yon natututunan because you experience that. And that's part of the flexible learning spaces that MCL would like to offer the students and to assure the parents that we are in the position to deliver that learning opportunity for the students. So flexible in the sense that you can learn it inside the classroom through face-to-face classes whenever it is allowed by the government. Nililinaw ko po, kami po ay hindi umiiwas sa physical classes. Ako po ay isang guro, hindi po matatawaran ang papel na ginagampanan ng face-to-face classes sa pagkatuto ng estudyante. Mas komportable po kaming magturo sa face-to-face classes. Kaya lang tayo po ay nasa kalagitnaan ng pandemya na ang physical classes ay hindi pinapahintulutan. So ano po ang gagawin natin? Tayo ba ay matutulog na lang? Tayo ba ay nasa bahay na lang at wala nang gagawin? Kaya dapat learning spaces must be flexible. If physical classes cannot be allowed at the moment, ano po ang pwede natin gawin? So mag-shift tayo doon sa distance learning. Yung distance learning is not a perfect system. Hindi po yan perfectong sistema. Marami po yung pagkukulang, marami po yung areas and rooms for improvement. Pero paano po natin yan mai-improve kung hindi po natin bibigyan ng tsansa? Nag-a-adjust po ang eskwelahan, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina. Ang tanong po ngayon, ano kaya ang pwedeng adjustment na gawin ng estudyante para yung adjustment ng eskwelahan at ng mga guro ay mapakinabangan? So, kung yung conceptual framework po natin kanina ng Viewpoints ay we are aiming for the different perspectives to meet. Ganon din po ang konsepto natin ng adjustment. Nag-a-adjust po kayo, nag-a-adjust kami so that we can make things work. We can make things happen. Kung isang grupo lang po, isang pangkat o isang sektor lang po ang mag-a-adjust, baka po mahirapan tayo na makahugot ng success stories dito sa distance learning. So lagi po natin yan naririnig. Di po ba mas madali kung lahat tayo nag-a-adjust, kung lahat tayo ay gumagawa ng responsibility so that we can make learning continuity happen for the children. So definitely po, hindi mag-work yung learning continuity kung hindi po tayo magko-cooperate. So our adjustment is flexible learning space. We have a learning management system which is Blackboard Learn that we are using to make learning spaces more interactive and more flexible for our students. And that is not a new project for Malayan Colleges Laguna. Bakit po? Because we are a very young institution. We started in 2007. By the way, Malayan Colleges Laguna is a wholly owned subsidiary of Mapua University. Baka meron po tayong participants dito, mga parents na Mapuans. Welcome po sa inyo. At ito po ay pagkakataon para mas mapakinggan nyo po ang kayang i-offer ng anak ng Mapua University. So meron po ako ditong timeline on how MCL adopted flexible learning from 2007. So we opened the school in 2007. I was one of the pioneering faculty members of MCL at the time. Then, wala pa pong 2 taon, nag-start na ang administration na mag-train ng faculty members on how we can enhance the learning experience towards alternative, flexible learning opportunities for the students. And we developed the program EMCL, which is an e-learning platform for Malayan Colleges Laguna. Ano ba yung e-learning? Electronic learning, sabi ng experts. Learning through the use of information and communications technology. Pero para sa pinakamabilis at pinakamadaling pangunawa sa e-learning, that's learning everywhere. That's learning every time, because whenever and wherever you have access to the internet, you can get learning materials and learning opportunities. That is the main and rooted purpose of e-learning. That's why we embrace that system also by launching the EMCL in 2009. We adopted the Moodle, which is a learning management system. Moodle po, hindi po noodle. Baka po mabenta po ngayon ng noodle dahil sa dami na namimigay ng ayuda. So Moodle is an e-learning software. So, yung mga lessons nasa Moodle, nasa EMCL, kukunin lang ng estudyante. Yung mga projects, instructions, PowerPoint presentation, reading materials, nasa EMCL. So, baka tayo nasanay na pag tayo nag-enroll, may dala-dala tayo mga tali-taling libro na binibili natin sa bookstore. Sa MCL po, walang ganon. Sinasabi ko to sa parents whenever I meet them for Saturday orientation. Wala pong ganyan sa MCL. When you enroll at MCL, they will be given an access to 10,000 titles of Wiley. Wiley is an international book company. It's a publication company. And they are providing 10,000 titles to MCL students as part of our subscription to Blackboard. So parang kang may dala-dalang 10,000 libro. Parang lagi kang may dala-dalang library sa yung smartphone, because that's part of being a student of Malayan Colleges Laguna. So learning everywhere, learning every time. And again, that started as early as 2009 for our students. So anong ibig sabihin? Yung mag-aaral, nag-aaral for 5 to 6 hours in a day. Pag uwi niya ng bahay, dala-dala pa rin niya yung mga materials. So kung gusto niyang balikan yung mga lessons, possible. So yung learning culture and habit to discover, to enhance the learning experience, ay supported because of the learning management system that we provided to the students since 2009. And we did not stop there. We are happy with the accomplishments, with the achievements of our students and alumni in the board exams, yung kanilang mataas na employability. Ngayon, nag-open kami ng Coursera courses sa mga alumni. We are happy that we are reaching almost 1,000 sign-ups for our alumni. Ano ang ibig sabihin? Nakaka-develop po tayo ng learning habit, learning culture among them. And one of the ingredients to that development of learning habit is through the support provided by the school, which we started in 2009. As I said, we did not stop in 2009. In 2014, we explored other LMS, Learning Management System, and a year after, we subscribed to Blackboard Learn, which is one of the leading, if not the best, learning management systems in the world today. And in 2015, we trained our faculty members on the use of Blackboard Learn, and what is more exciting was that we do not want them to just be teachers. Huwag pong ma-offend yung mga teachers sa audience. Hindi ko po kayo minamaliit. Ako po ay teacher. Ako po ay naniniwala na ito ay isang noble profession. Pero ang ibig ko pong sabihin, when we started training our teachers to use Blackboard Learn, our vision was not just for them to be instructors inside the classroom, but also to be course developers. Why? Because that is one of the best promises of a license or a proprietary learning management system. Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng license and proprietary LMS? Binabayaran po yan ng eskwelahan, binabayaran po yan ng mga estudyante para po maging flexible yung instructional delivery sa ating mga estudyante. Ang disadvantage po ng libre na LMS kagaya ng Moodle, napakadaming limitations and napakadaming restrictions. Yung mga assignments, quizzes, and assessments na pwedeng gawin sa Moodle, limited. Sa Blackboard Learn, binabayaran, mahal ang cost, pero napakaraming flexibility. Sa Moodle, hindi ka pwedeng maggawa ng kagaya nito na online lecture, yung tinatawag natin na synchronous learning. Kaya po synchronous ang tawag, synchronize, real time. Hindi nyo po yung magagawa sa Moodle. Pero sa Blackboard Learn, pwede tayong mag-online classes through the use of BBL, Collaborate, Blackboard Learn plus Collaborate, wherein we can actually have an interactive lesson delivery through Collaborate. So makikita nyo po yan sa Saturday dun sa ating Viewpoint session because pagagamitin po namin kayo ng Blackboard Collaborate para makita nyo po doon kung paano nag-work yung Collaborate at kung mag-enroll po ang mga anak ninyo, malalaman nyo po kung paano nila ito pakikinabangan as a very effective learning strategy and for them and teaching strategies for our teachers and instructors for both senior high school and college. So, yung iba sa inyo, nakapunta na ng Singapore and Hong Kong, for example, and magtataka kayo sa mga 7-Eleven, sa mga train station, sa mga public spaces, meron silang free internet. Mabilis! Because these countries have a very effective national broadband internet system. Ang Pilipinas, wala pa. So may free internet in public spaces. Pero tinanong kayo mga kaibigan ko doon, bakit pa kayo nagsusubscribe sa broadband internet sa bahay? Bakit pa kayo kumukuha ng postpaid line? Di doble-doble pa yung gastos. You will be surprised to ask that. Di ba? May libre, pero bakit pa tayo bumabayad? Ang sagot, kasi yung mga free na yon 1 hour lang. Magla-login ka ulit. Pati naman yata sa Changi Airport sa Singapore, parang 4 hours lang yung internet. The last time I went there, baka ngayon, taasan na. So, may limit. May hangganan. May limitations, may restrictions. Eh gusto natin walang restrictions. Gusto natin limitless opportunities. So, ang ginagawa natin, nagbabayad tayo, willing tayo magbayad, we subscribe. That's also the same mindset of Malayan Colleges Laguna when we shifted to Blackboard Learn in 2015. We want to provide limitless learning opportunities to students more than what a free learning management system can offer. That is the major enhancement and improvement that we had for our students. And up to now, we are still exploring various learning opportunities, teaching strategies and opportunities for our teachers and instructors so that they will not just be teachers inside the classroom, but at the sidelines, they are also course developers. Meaning, flexible po ang learning through Blackboard Learn. Hindi tayo bumibili ng course na hinugot lang natin saan, ibibigay sa estudyante. Take note po, ang mga students, iba-iba ang needs. Iba-iba ang learning profiles. Iba-iba ang learning preferences. Merong bata na natututo pag nagbabasa ng PowerPoint. Meron namang estudyante kahit hindi nakikinig sa lesson, pag binasa niya yung work text, naiintindihan niya. Meron namang mga estudyante na kailangan parehas, naririnig niya at nakikita niya yung lesson, yung PowerPoint, yung visual aid para ma-absorb niya yung lessons. Yung mga teachers po natin na nakikinig dito, makaka-relate kayo sa sinasabi ko. So definitely multiple intelligence and the teachers must differentiate in the delivery of instruction so that yung mga sinasabi lagi na no child left behind. So, paano natin magagawa ito if we will be adopting a learning management system that is not that flexible? So, Blackboard Learn is the one we are using now. It's very flexible And the adjustment that we need to make is that we need to empower our teachers so that they can maximize that flexibility and develop learning materials that will will give the best benefits to our learners. Yan po yung sinasabi ko kanina na adjustment ng educational institutions, adjustment ng mga teachers so that we can maximize the learning experience. Now, we are in 2020, we are facing a global pandemic, and we cannot just stay idle on how we are going to do flexible learning. That's why we are adopting the eFlip, the Enhanced Flexible Learning Innovations Program. So under this program, we will be enhancing the flexibility of instructional delivery for all courses that we are implementing for senior high school and college. Okay? So, hindi lang face-to-face classes, supported ang online learning with the learning management system that we have, which is licensed proprietary, that is Blackboard Learn. And whenever face-to-face classes will be allowed by the government, we will follow, we will accommodate, we will accept students as they come back to us so that we can shift to that mode. Yun po yung flexibility na sinasabi natin. The readiness, the capability of the school to shift from one learning modality to another as a response to the social, environmental, and health conditions that we are having at present. The next feature of eFlip is the extended learning time. That means, nabuhay kasi tayo na ang klase dapat 1 oras, 2 oras, 3 hours per week. Isang semester. Itong subject na to, kailangan matapos mo ng 1 taon, 1 quarter. Itong program na to, Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Civil Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, dapat matapos mo ng 4 years, ng 5 years. Pag napahaba ka ng konti, ang tawag sa'yo Magna. Magna 9 years. Maraming ganon, hindi kagad gumagraduate. Ang sabi naman ng bata, kasi po, ang sabi sa akin ng magulang, anak, mag-aral ka ng maayos ha. So, nag-aral ng maayos, hindi mo na kagad tinapos. Pero ang mahalaga, nakagraduate. Nung kumuha ng board exam, 1 take, pasado. Bakit? Kasi naman pala, sa totoong buhay, nangyayari na talaga yung extended learning time. Ibig sabihin, let us give chance to our learners to absorb the lessons so that yung success indicators for learning maging observable doon sa learner towards the end. Ngayon po, we are on the 3rd term of the regular academic year. And unfortunately, we need to suspend classes because of the ECQ. And we shifted to online learning. And one feature of MCL's online learning is that we are giving consideration to our students by adopting this pedagogy in teaching and learning, which is extended learning time. Ibig sabihin, ng mga deadlines po na dati, 1 week, ginawa namin 1 month, yung iba 2 months, yung iba katapusan ng trimester. Bakit? Sabi kasi ng mga estudyante, may problema sila sa connectivity. Hindi nila maintindihan yung lesson dahil hindi sila komportable sa online learning. Anong sabi namin? Sige, bibigyan namin kayo ng tsansa na maging komportable sa online delivery of classes and we will extend your learning time. That is again a major adjustment that the schools are doing. Pero yan po ay hindi magtatagumpay kung hindi yan tatapatan ng estudyante ng adjustment mula sa part niya. So, that's the combination of adjustments that we want everybody to realize at this time of the pandemic. So, extended learning time will make us appreciate distance learning. Do we have a choice? None. Because distance learning is now the norm. It's such that we need to give distance learning a chance. Bakit sabi ko, give a chance at this time? Kasi ang e-learning po ay hindi naman bago. Nung maimbento ang internet more than 30 years ago, dumating sa Pilipinas, 10 years after that time, sumunod na yung development ng ICT, Information and Communications Technology, and later on, they planned on how ICT can be integrated to education to maximize the learning experience. And it's not new. One university in Manila has already adopted the IVLE, Integrated Virtual Learning Environment, in 1997, 1998. It was fully utilized by the teachers in the delivery of lessons. In 2004, another school in Manila, ako po ay produkto nito sa college, they adopted Blackboard Learn. What was the response among the students and the teachers? Parehas din ang mga response natin ngayon. Ayaw ng estudyante ng online learning. Yung mga teachers, ang sabi, baka mawala kami ng trabaho pag nag-online learning kasi puro computer na lang ang gumagana. Ano ang nangyari? E-learning, distance learning, hindi nabigyan ng chance 20 years ago. Ngayon, we have no choice because kung ano yung hindi natin binigyan ng chance 20 years ago is now the new normal. So how will we deal with the new normal? Adjust. The school will adjust, the parents will adjust, hopefully, the learners must also adjust until such time that they become comfortable with distance learning, and that's the only time that we can reap the fruits and the benefits of the system. Hindi po yan sa Pilipinas lang. Nagugulat ako pati sa Europa, sa Japan, sa Korea, at saka sa Amerika. Meron din palang mga sektor ng populasyon na issue ang connectivity. Eh sinasabi natin sila yung meron pinakamabibilis na internet connection. Ngayon ang tanong, talaga po bang internet connection ang problema? O attitude ng mga tao na bigyan ng tsansa ang distance learning? Ang estudyante, walang connectivity. Walang data allocation for online classes. Pero sa huling El Bimbo, mula umpisa hanggang dulo, napanood. Kasama pa yung nanay at tatay kasi henerasyon namin yun. Tapos, minsan, 2 tablet pa yun. Hindi pa sila nag-isang device, kinas, para everyone in the family could watch. Iba-iba pa minsan yun, iwaywalay ng room. Pero sa online classes, ayaw mag-participate. So, ano po ang ibig sabihin? Meron palang data, meron palang connection, hindi lang siya priority for online classes. I'm not saying it's wrong, di ba po? It's a choice, it's a preference, it's your decision. Ang gusto ko lang pong sabihin, baka ito po, I could be wrong, baka ito po yung pagkakataon that we need to revisit our priorities so that we can give distance learning a chance at this time when it is the new normal. On the part of the school, 2 bagay po, will make learning spaces flexible, we will extend learning time, we will provide the infrastructure, that's the third, to support the learning of the students, and hopefully, we can get also the support of the parents and the cooperation of the learners and the students. Okay po? So, sunod tayo after extended learning time, we have the third feature which is self-paced learning. So, pag wala ng deadlines, ang learning self-paced na. Ibig sabihin, yung bata mag-aaral kung kailan siya komportable. Mag-aaral siya kung kailan siya fresh yung isip to absorb new learning experiences. Magsasubmit siya ng project kung kailan siya ready O isama pa natin, dahil uso mental health concerns ngayon. Kung kailan siya nasa mood, di ba? Walang specific na panahon kung kailan niya yan gagawin. Kung kailan siya matututo. Wala siyang control sa bagay na yon. Walang pumipigil sa kanya. Dahil ang learning ay self-paced. Learn at your own pacing. Learn at your own time. Learn at your own style. Ang magagawa po ng school dyan, again, to support self-paced learning. And how can we do that? Through, again, our experience on the use of Blackboard Learn, wherein our teachers can support the learning needs of our students. The design of the learning program. Di ba kayo magtataka? Bakit pa tayo mag-online learning? Yung teacher, ang ginagawa, pumunta mag-link ng mga video sa YouTube. Mag-link ng mga learning materials, reading materials sa kung saan-saan. Bakit pa kailangan magbayad sa school kung yung teachers ang tinuturo ay makikita rin pala sa YouTube? Sana ako na lang magturo ng mga link na yun sa YouTube. Yan ang common notion among many people that when we shifted to distance learning, nawala ng trabaho ang teacher. Hindi po yung totoo. Ang totoo po niyan, nung mag-online learning, mas dumami ang trabaho ng teacher. Bigyan ko kayo ng example. Dati, pag nag-set ang teacher ng deadline, Friday, 5 p.m., submit that. Paglabas ng teacher ng classroom, bit-bit na niya lahat ng assignment. Pagdating ng faculty room, check-checkan niya yan, solid sa estudyante. Sabay-sabay eh. Ngayon, ano nangyayari? Extended learning time, flexible learning spaces, self-paced learning. Kahit kailan, gusto magpasa ng estudyante, pwede. Kaya yung teacher, ganun din. Pa-isa-isa yung submission, pa-isa-isa ng check. Wala na siyang ginawa, kundi mag-check ng mag-check. Pero kasama kasi yon sa adjustment na dapat gawin. Dati, kontrolado mo nang walang internet, bigyan mo lang yung mga estudyante ng 10 libro, ayan lang babasahin nyo. Diyan tayo magkuquiz, ayan ang i-discuss natin, magre-recite kayo dyan. Tapos na. Ngayon, hindi. Lahat ng learning materials nasa internet. Pati mga hindi accurate na information at mga mali-maling textbook nasa internet. Ano ngayon ang role ng teacher? Salain yung mga nasa internet para matiyak na ang maa-absorb ng mga estudyante ay yung tama lamang na information. That is what we call information literacy. And that adds up another responsibility for the teacher to ensure that everything in the internet, things that will be obtained from YouTube, will be aligned to the design of the learning program. Ibig sabihin po, kahit tayo ay may sakit at napakarami nating mga home remedies at mga tutorial at mga tips sa YouTube, pati nga COVID-19, meron mga tips doon. Pag tayo tinamaan ng sakit, pumupunta pa rin tayo ng ospital, kumukuha pa rin tayo ng expert opinion from the doctor. Bakit? That's the keyword. We're not really paying for the air-conditioned hospital. We are not really paying for Wi-Fi inside the lounge in the outpatient department. We are paying for the expertise of the doctor. Ganyan din po sa eskwelahan. We are paying for the expertise of the school to deliver distance learning. Okay? Pero kagaya po ng sabi ko, yan po ay magtatagumpay lamang if we get the support of the parents and the cooperation of the learners. Kaya ito pong moment na to na Viewpoints ay napaka-importante para tayo po ay magkausap, magkaintindihan kung ano ang pwede natin gawin to make these flexible learning options work to our benefit and for our students and learners. So, the fourth requirement for the resumption of classes is the strict social distancing. Sabi nga natin, that's already part of the new normal. So, how do we implement strict social distancing? Number one, we have Reduce class size. O may nagtatanong na dito kanina. Paano yung classes? Reduce po. Sa halip na 40, 20, 25 na lang. Nakita nyo yan, yung mga nag-visit dito sa MCL. Nakita nyo na we have 6-hectare campus. Our lecture rooms are very spacious. It can accommodate 40 to 45 students. But because of social distancing, lilimitahan po natin sa 20 to 25 lang per class. Shifting face-to-face class schedules, kung dati 5 days, baka maging 2 days or 3 days lang, yung nawalang 2 araw. Online learning, paano gagawin yung online learning? Blackboard Learn. So, sa DepEd, sabi po ng DepEd, they will do online learning by TV and radio. Okay po yun. Effective po yun. Kagaya lang po ng sinabi ko kanina, mas effective lang po si Blackboard Learn kasi you can always go back, you can always retrieve the learning materials, you can talk to the teacher, you can interact with the teacher and the classmates. Baka po, sa radyo at saka sa TV, hindi po yun ganon. Dahil syempre, hintayin mo yung oras ng broadcast, hintayin mo yung oras ng program, hindi mo pwedeng ipahinto yun dahil may nagpa-process ka pa ng, ng learning experience. Hindi pwede yun kasi may oras, may schedule. So, yun po yung mga limitations na nakikita ko. At mga advantages naman ng learning management system na licensed and proprietary because we can always adjust and calibrate the system so that it will fit our students. And lastly, we have auxiliary services for students. Additional, kasi dodoblein po natin yan. As an example natin dyan, yung mga shuttle service that we are talking to right now. Ito po yung example natin ng social distancing sa classroom. Sinimulate na po namin kung ano mangyayari sa ating classroom kapag nagkaroon ng face-to-face classes once approved. Yung nasa kaliwa po, yan yung lecture room natin sa Einstein Building. So, yan po ang setup. Pero ngayon, hindi natin magagawa yan dahil 40 students yan, gagawin lang natin 20 to 25. So, yung tanong ng mga magulang, magkakaroon ng grouping. Halimbawa lang po, Section A, Section B. Yung Section A, papasok lang Monday and Wednesday. Yung Section B, Tuesday and Thursday lang. So, ganon. 2 araw, 3 araw lang po papasok. Yung mga tanong ng mga magulang, paano yung laboratory courses? 2 bagay po yan. Number 1, we will conduct the laboratory sessions whenever it is allowed already by the government. Hindi po natin matatawaran ang effectiveness ng actual laboratory experience, teaching and learning for the students kung talagang sila ay makakahawak ng equipment, magagawa nila yung experiment on hand, and actual magagawa nila. Malaking malaking bagay yan para dun sa learning process. Pero kung hindi papayagan ng gobyerno, sabi ko nga wala tayong magagawa. Anong solusyon natin dyan? Our teachers are now looking for simulated experiments. Kung ang mga competency lang, measurement, competency lang ng development ng mga capstone projects, magagawa po yan through simulation na pwede rin natin gawing online. Pero kagaya po ng sinabi ko, kapag pinayagan na ang physical classes, we will again shift to the face-to-face classes because that is part of the blended learning approach. Okay, so ang kasunod po, what are the additional auxiliary services for students? Ayan po yung fleet ng aming mga school service, shuttle providers. Baka yung iba po sa inyo, nag-avail na yan kung meron kayong mga anak na graduate na ng MCL. May mga access points po yan na pwedeng pick upin ng mga estudyante. Calamba, Canlubang, Santa Rosa, Binyan, San Pedro, Muntinlupa. We are talking to them if it is possible for them to make arrangements to do, ang tawag ko dito, door-to-door service. Susunduin yung bata sa bahay, ihatid sa eskwelahan, pagkatapos ng klase, babalik sa bahay. So may mga ganong usapan po, may mga ganong arrangements. We will update you on that. So from time to time, we will be posting announcements on that. Whenever that is possible, expect lang po natin na baka mamaya, mas mahal yung bayad pag door-to-door. Pangalawa, dahil social distancing kahit sa service, yung dating 10-seater capacity, magiging 5 or 6-seaters na lang. So, magmamahal yung bayad. Pangatlo, baka humingi ng commitment yung mga shuttle service providers na kailangan may kontrata yung shuttle service na mga 6 months to 1 year. Kasi nga naman, bibili sila ng sasakyan, kukuha na nila ng prangkisa, tapos biglang magbaback out yung estudyante, magko-commute na lang pag may nakitang nakilalang mga kasabay sa pagko-commute. So, ayan ang mga bagay na kailangan nating ibalanse sa panahon po ngayon. And I hope the parents understand na kailangan po natin gawin yung mga bagay-bagay na yun so that we can, we can surpass this pandemic as one, di ba po? So, yun yung mga adjustments na kailangan natin gawin. So, definitely, uulitin ko lang po hanggang sa magsama kayo sa akin, we need to make adjustments. The school will adjust, the government has made adjustments, pati yung mga advisories nila, ang laging sinasabi, flexible. Kung dati stricto tayo sa napakaraming bagay, mag-adjust tayo. So, adjustments from the government, adjustment from the school, adjustment from the parents, adjustment from the learners. May nagtatanong dito, paano po yung mga enrollment credentials, enrollment documents? Sarado pa yung school ng anak ko nung high school. Wala pang binibigay na report card. Ang anak ko, mukhang hindi pa nagbabasa ng guidelines. Ang sabi po sa ating guidelines, papayagan ko kayong mag-enroll kahit walang report card. Kasi may binigay na namang advisory ang DepEd tungkol dyan noong 2018 pa. Under the Basic Education Enrollment Policy, kung walang report card ng bata for whatever reason, lalo na ngayon, may rason dahil wala nang eskwela na bukas, yung mga nag-submit po ng pre-enrollment survey, siguro mga nasa 500 na kayo ngayon, tinanong ko doon, yung bang eskwela ninyo nag-release na ng report card, parang wala pang 10 o 15 yung nagsabi na, opo, nag-release na ng card. Ibig sabihin, mahigit 50 eskwela, hindi pa nagre-release. Naunawaan po namin yan. Number 1, baka hindi pa tapos yung school year. Second, dahil sa ECQ, hindi pa bumabalik yung operations ng school. So ano ang gagawin? Makaka-enroll po ba kami? Yes! We are now in open admissions. You can enroll even without the report card, but we will invoke the provision of the DepEd Basic Education Enrollment Policy Series of 2018, which states you will be considered temporarily enrolled until such time that you submit the document required for enrollment. At ang DepEd po ay nagbigay din ng deadline dyan. August 31 of the new school year, yan po ang inyong deadline to submit the report card. Pero yung meron pong report card, ipasa nyo na po para ma-enroll na namin kayo sa Learner Information System or our LIS ng DepEd. Okay po tayo? Yung meron pong report card, ipasa na po through online. Yung wala pa pong report card, you will be considered temporarily enrolled, but you will be required to submit the report card no later than August 31, 2020. So meron pong paraan, nag-adjust po ang school, nag-relax po sa policy and procedure. That's our commitment to you that whenever possible, we will adjust so that we can cope with the new normal. So malinaw po tayo doon. Kahit po walang report card, pwede na po kayong magpasa ng inyong enrollment documents. Meron pa naman po ibang enrollment documents other than the report card. Sir, paano po kung second quarter, third quarter lang ang card na nasa sa akin? Ganun din po. I-scan po natin, picturean ninyo using the cellphone, basta klaro, ipadala nyo sa amin through Blackboard Learn and we will process your enrollment. So yun po yung adjustment na ginagawa natin para sa mga magulang at para sa mga estudyante at kayo ay maka-enroll sa darating na school year. So, ang ating pong third part, basically yung viewpoints from parents wherein we will be entertaining questions from you and we will be answering them. I-type nyo lang po sa ating Q&A and we will respond to them one by one. Okay po? So, bilang pangwakas po, gusto ko lang pong i-share sa inyo itong picture na ito. isa sa mga beautiful stories of Malayan Colleges Laguna. This is our commencement exercise last July 9, 2019. Ito po ay isa sa napakadami na naming graduation. Pero ito po ay, well, yung picture, July 9, 2019, but the idea that I would like to share with you is our joy and happiness whenever we see students graduating from the school. And whenever we see parents attending the ceremonies with the lola, with the child, with the kapitbahay, with the guardian, with smiles on their faces, seeing their children receiving their diplomas. Ang lagi namin naaalala, yan yung mga tao may role sa pagpapalaki at may role at may stake dun sa success ng bata. And it reminds me of the African proverb that you may be encountering for the longest time in Facebook. Ang sabi, it takes a village. It takes a whole village to raise a child. So, we all want success for our students. We all want them to learn because when they learn, they get to learn the diskarte when they face the real world. Parang wala nang ibang option for them but to succeed. That is everybody's goal for our children. Kami po mga teachers and school administrators, yan din po ang gusto sa mga anak ninyo pag nag-enroll sa mga eskwelahan namin. And I'm sure even other schools, private and public, share that same sentiment. They want success for their graduates and students. However, let us always remember that whenever we bring one step closer for our students to reach success, it takes a whole village to make it happen. Ibig sabihin, it's a shared responsibility. Shared responsibility ng school, ng parents, ng family members, ng community, ng government, at ng mismong tao, ng learner, so that the learning experience will be what? Fruitful and meaningful steps towards success. So, kada po may graduation, lagi namin sinasabi, o tinatanong namin ang aming mga sarili, ano kaya mangyayari sa mga graduates after 1, 2, or 3 years? We are saying that Malayan Colleges Laguna adheres and advocates outcomes-based education. And in outcomes-based education, hindi po importante na alam mo lang ang isang bagay. Dapat kailangan mong gawin. Dapat kaya mong gawin. Dapat sanay kang gawin yun. And that connects the relevance of academic preparation. So, itong mga pictures po na isi-share ko, ito yung mga tinatanong namin lagi. After 4 or 5 years, nasa na sila? Ano kaya ang kanilang narating? And these are the success stories of only a few of our alumni. We have many. We always say, that's the brand of MCL education. That's the specific and the special seal of an MCL graduate. That we need to track and trace and ask them, kamusta na kayo 4 or 5 years after graduation? Because those are important student outcomes. So itong family nandito, parang yan, 4 na anak niya, 4 boys niya, graduate sa MCL. And whenever we see these photos, we are inspired to always improve the MCL brand of education so that we can be true to our promise to the parents and the students that sooner or later we'll see you graduating, getting your diplomas and certificates from MCL, and nakuha ninyo yung brand ng MCL education that you gave trust 4 years or 5 years earlier. So, yung mga nakikinig po ngayon, bigyan po natin ng tsansa yung MCL brand of education that we are offering at this time of the pandemic, and to hayaan nyo po kami na isupport yung learning opportunities na kakailanganin ninyo as you embark on your journey towards professional excellence. So, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig sa ating online lecture ngayon. And we will now enter the third viewpoint. That's viewpoint number 3 from parents and learners. So I will be calling the members of the admissions team to voice over the questions coming from our parents so that we can entertain them and answer them. Baka lang po hindi namin ma-address in verbatim yung mga questions, so kinlaster na po namin. Meron po dito na paulit-ulit lang yung questions, so ginroup na po namin at para masagot natin sa one by one ngayon. So while we are getting ready, what is the schedule of SHS student for STEM Math? Ito pong tanong na ito gusto ko mang sagot, kaya lang depende po kasi yan sa i-enroll ninyo. Di ba po? So ang masasabi ko lang po sa inyo, generally, ang sections po natin ng senior high school ay whole day. Ang magbabago nga lang po dyan ay yung pagsunod natin sa 2-day class schedule. So once po na mag-enroll kayo, may mabibigay kami sa inyong schedule, then later on we will announce aling mga schedule dyan ang susundin na Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So good news muna, dahil ito yung maraming tanong lagi, how much is the tuition fee for senior high school and college? Last December, we decided to proceed with our infrastructure development for MCL. Meron po tayong mga facilities na pinapa-improve. And definitely, naunawaan niyo naman po siguro, when we do these development projects, we also need to invest on that. So ipapasa po namin sa inyo yan in the form of miscellaneous fees. So we are planning then at that time to have a 10 to 20% increase in tuition for academic year 2020-2021. However, hindi naman maganda ang timing kung mag-i-increase pa tayo na online learning tapos meron pang online learning tapos may pandemic pa. So nauunawaan po yan ng administration ng MCL. That is why, first good news is that we will not have an increase in the tuition fee for the next school year. Wala pong increase. That's good news number 1. Good news number 2, we will be adjusting the miscellaneous fees. You may expect up to 20% of reduction of miscellaneous fees and laboratory fees because of our blended learning and distance learning modalities na gagawin para sa first term ng academic year 2020-2021. So dalawa po yung good news nyo. Wala nang tuition fee increase. I-reduce pa po natin yung miscellaneous fees. Tatanggalin natin yung mga charges na hindi naman magagamit o kung partial lang din yung charging para maging reasonable yung ating mga fees. Kaya lang, maunawaan ko rin po, gusto ko lang pong hingin yung pangunawa ninyo na bakit hindi gano'ng kalaki yung decrease? Bakit mataas pa rin samantalang merong online classes na hindi magagamit yung kuryente, yung aircon, yung classroom, yung tubig? Marami pong mga ganong concerns. Unfortunately po, meron pa rin po tayong face-to-face classes. I'm making myself clear. Hinintay lang po natin yung go signal ng gobyerno na pwede tayo mag-accommodate. Basta limitahan lang at hindi mag-iipon-ipon yung mga estudyante kagaya ng diniscuss ko kanina. So, ibig sabihin po, may gastos pa rin tayo in terms of kuryente, in terms of tubig, in terms of the utilization of facilities. Meron po tayong ganon. Yung laboratory courses, gagamit pa rin po sila once na pinayagan. At ang masasabi ko po sa inyo, yung kailangan nila ay binili na namin, nandito na po, ready na po, nagamitin ng mga estudyante. Kaya po, siguro naman po, maunawaan nyo po, na ipapasa na po namin yon in the form of miscellaneous fees. So, nagbabayad po kayo ng miscellaneous fees para po doon sa readiness ng mga facilities na ito na magamit whenever it will be allowed by the government for us to conduct physical classes. Yan po. So yun po yung good news natin para sa mga parents na concerned about the tuition fees. Ayan. So maybe we can proceed with the questions. Yes.
Good morning po. Yung first question po natin for today, my child is an incoming freshman and is currently enrolled at MCL Senior High School Department. Do we need to submit again the requirements we turned over to MCL during his or her grade 11 enrollment?
Okay, ang sagot po dyan, no? Hindi naman po siguro nagbago yung birth certificate niya 2 years ago. Tsaka ngayon, so parehas lang po yan. No need to submit the same documents. Ililipat lang po natin yan dahil we are giving the promise to our senior high school students that we are guaranteeing seamless transition from grade 12 to college. So, salamat po for giving us the chance to continue nurturing your children by making them enroll in our college programs. Padaliin po natin ang proseso. Report card lang po ang kailangan namin para i-enroll sila sa college. So, ang ating pong trimester ay matatapos ng July 4. Later, we will announce when will be the card giving. Pag nakuha niyo po yung card na yon, that will be used for the enrollment starting July 15. Again, starting July 15 for senior high school graduates of MCL. Mag-enroll po kayo July 15, 2020. So, no need to resubmit the same documents. So, may question po dito, how can we know that the student is already enrolled in MCL? Siyempre po, nagbayad po kayo. So, yan po ang pinaka-confirmation. Once na po kayo ay pinagbayad na at nagbayad na po kayo, ibig sabihin po, officially enrolled na yung anak ninyo sa MCL. Paano po pag yung previous school hindi pa ma-process ang needed na documents? Ang deadline nyo po ay June 30. Ano po itong June 30 na to? Parang sinasabi po natin dito ay payment. Di ba po? Pero kung hindi mo makakapagpasa yung mga bata, dahil wala pa yung report card, ang sabi ko nga po ay August 31 for our students, for our new enrollees. You have until August 31 to submit. And that is the deadline of the Department of Education. Okay po. So, another question. If you are opting for the blended and distance learning, can they do the study at their own time? Yes po. I mentioned already the self-paced learning and extended learning time. So, pwede po ito. Do they need to sync time with an online facilitator? Meron pong online classes, pero ito po ay optional. So, kung ang estudyante po ay merong challenge in connecting because of the connectivity issues, then the student may opt not to join the online classes. Pero under the blended learning po, yun nga po yung sinasabi ko na flexible, merong online, merong synchronous, merong asynchronous, lahat po yan ay possible, lahat po yan ay kayang isupport. Mamimili po ang mga estudyante kung saan po sila comfortable. Basta yan po ay lahat na nasa Blackboard Learn, piliin lang po niya kung alin po doon ang komportable siya at kaya niyang i-avail. How much is the tuition for chemical engineering course? Again, our fees are system generated when you enroll. Tsaka po, masi-system generate yung inyong mga course fees. Pero para malaman po ng mga magulang magkano ang dapat nilang paghandaan. For engineering po, actually, all programs in college, that will range between 33 to 36,000 per trimester. So, multiply nyo po yan sa 3 kung annual. Pero kung trimester po ang basis natin, that's between 33 to 35, 36,000. Mga ganun po. Hopefully po, bababa pa po yan. Bababa pa po yan because of the adjustments that we will make for the miscellaneous fees and other fees na hindi na applicable for this term, for the incoming term. How to enroll online? Yan po ay napakahabang discussion. Kaya ang suggestion ko po ay i-check po ninyo ang ating website, www.mcl.edu.ph for the guidelines. Gustuhin ko man pong i-discuss sa inyo lahat yan. ay medyo mahaba po yan. Kaya po, mapapansin nyo po, ang apel ako po dun sa opening letter ko dun sa mga parents, please take time to read. So, when you visit our website, bawat step po may instruction naman na nakalagay doon para hindi po kayo ma-information overload. Kung yan po yung kailangan ninyo na na information, yun po ang i-click ninyo and you will be automatically diverted to the website, to the page where that particular information is located. Discounts available for working parent at YGC? Yes. We are offering promotional discounts. Again, please check the website for the complete guidelines on availing the YGC discount. Okay po. Other questions? Ayan po. Can we request alternate contact number of the admissions office? Ito po mga number po namin ay nakapost sa website, nakapost sa Facebook, nakapost sa mga advisories as early as May 18, 2020. Kaya po nakakalungkot po na may tumatawag pa rin sa landline, hindi po namin masasagot kasi wala pong opisina ang Malayan Colleges Laguna simula pa noong March 16. So ito po yung mga mobile numbers namin at saka email address. Kung gusto niyo po ng mga quick response, I would recommend mobile phone. Kontakin niyo po kami sa mobile phone. Pero kung madetalye po yung tanong, paki-email po so that we can monitor the communication. So you can email us at admissions@mcl.edu.ph. Ask ko lang po if pwede ang schools-to-school transaction instead of face-to-face. Regarding po sa pagpasa ng requirements about ESC, good moral, and others. Ang problema po nito, ma'am or sir, hindi po natin makukommit yung kabilang school. Di ba po? Sabihin ko man, sige, pwede sa amin ang school-to-school transaction, kung ayaw nila. Tapos sabihin nila, bakit kami ang maaabala dyan, dapat sa totoong buhay, kayo ang dapat kumuha ng dokumento, ipasa nyo sa MCL o kung saan eskwela kayo mag-a-apply. So sa MCL po, walang problema. Kung papayag po yung kabilang school, wala pong problema. We are doing remote processing of transaction, so wala po akong issue dyan. Ang tanong po, yung kabilang school, willing ba? Kung willing po sila, wala pong problema. Inform nyo po kami, kukontakin namin yung school na yon. Mas madali nga po yun kasi kung halimbawa, 20 students nila, lilipat lahat sa MCL, hindi kami na lang mag-uusap kaysa yung 20 students na lilipat pa isa-isa. Mas maganda po yan, pero kagaya po lang nabanggit ko, depende po yan kung papayag yung kabilang eskwelahan. When will be the start of enrollment for incoming senior high school? It's ongoing. We opened the pre-enrollment last April 29. Muli po, check the website. Check our Facebook page, that's MCL Admissions Office. We are posting regular updates about open admissions and enrollment. It is ongoing, so please check our website for the complete guidelines. When will be the, parehas na pala yung tanong, when will be the start of the enrollment? How much is the tuition fee for senior high school? Again, it's between 25, for the entire year, it's 75,000. Sa buong taon po yun, 75,000. And as said, no tuition fee increase. Bababa pa po yan because we will be waiving some of the charges that will not be used for the first term, specifically on the miscellaneous fees. My son is an incoming SHS student and we paid for the reservation, but we opt to enroll on the next semester. Is the reservation fee still valid? Paki-drop po yung email address or email po kami for this specific concern so that we can reply because we need to ask the finance department if they will allow the reservation for the next semester. So dahil medyo specific po yung concern, sasagutin po namin kayo direkta. So please email po admissions@mcl.edu.ph. How will the child apply for scholarship? Again, nasa guidelines po yung kompleto nating proseso for the processing of application for scholarship. Tingnan po natin yung guidelines. Nandun po yung proseso. Ngayon po, bigyan ko lang po ng advance information. Ang scholarship po natin will be granted after enrollment. So ano po ang ibig sabihin? Baka po may mga parents dito who attended our orientation since last year, and we said that the results of the admissions exam will be the basis for the availment of the scholarship. Totoo naman po yun, kaya lang yung decision po na yun ay nung wala pang pandemic. Ang nangyari po, when we suspended the operation starting March 14, hindi na po tayo nakapag-admissions exam, merong mga 500 applicants na hindi nakapag-entrance examination at that time, na meron din po doon na nag-a-apply ng scholarship. So, unfair naman po sa kanila at sa inyo din, yung mga nauna, na ang gagawin nating basis ng scholarship ay yung entrance exam na merong isang grupo nag-actual na exam. Meron namang isang grupo nag-online. Meron pang pangatlong grupo hindi nag-exam. So, mahirap po. Iba-iba ng standard yon. Baka mamaya magbigay kami ng online admissions exam dito sa unang grupo sa pangalawang grupo, tapos dito lumabas yung mga maraming scholars. O magreklamo ngayon nasa kabila, sasabihin niya, teka lang, kami nag-face-to-face, nag-actual exam. So sigurado kayo na ang nag-take ng exam yung bata. Yung online, baka kumuha ng exam niyan yung tatay o nanay, tapos bibigyan ng scholarship. So ayaw po natin magkaroon ng ganong issues and concerns about the integrity of the admissions exam. So, ano po ang gagawin natin for the scholarship? Kapag pwede na po sa 3rd week ng July, we will be administering another scholarship exam. So, lahat po ng interesadong mag-apply ng scholarship, pupunta po kayo dito sa 3rd week of July. Take note, pag pwede nang mag-conduct ng activities dito, we will schedule a face-to-face exam for scholarship applicants and you will take that exam. Kung sino po ang pumasa doon, sino po ang abutan ng cut-off, yun po ang bibigyan natin ng scholarship. Now, the question is, do we have to wait until the 3rd week of July? I suggest not. Why? Kasi baka maubusan po kayo ng slot sa sections. Ang gawin na lang po natin, mag-enroll na po kayo, mag-apply kayo ng scholarship later. Kapag lumusot po kayo sa scholarship, we will apply the value of the scholarship to your outstanding balance. We will revalidate and reassess your fees, and that will be the basis for the application of discounts as an effect of the scholarship. So, sana po malinaw po yun. So, we will defer po the application for scholarship because of the existing ECQ. Meron pong tanong, paano yung reservation fee? Ano po ba yung reservation fee? Kung nabayad na po ito, automatic po, i-apply po ito pag kayo ay nag-enroll. Kung hindi pa po kayo nagbabayad ng reservation fee, hindi na po kami tumatanggap ngayon ng reservation because we are already in open admission. So no need to seek reservation as of the moment because we are already in open admissions. Hindi na po kami tumatanggap ng reservation. Pero kung kayo po ay nakapagbayad, uulitin ko po, kung kayo po ay nakapagbayad, we will deduct the reservation fee when you enroll. Do you have flexible payment schedules like installment? Yes. We have flexible installment, rather we have installment options po for the payment of tuition fees. So pwede po kayo mag-full, pwede po kayo mag-installment. Nagre-release na ba kayo ng credentials sa MCL website? Yes po. Today is the start of the opening of credentials for a Blackboard Learn and 1MCL. Punta po kayo sa website. Again, yung mga estudyante po na nakikinig dito, nung kayo ay nag-online application dati, yung unang-unang online application ninyo, magkaiba po yung online application sa pre-enrollment survey. Lilinawin ko lang po. Nung kayo ay mag-online application, naglagay kayo ng email address doon, nag-send kami ng authentication code sa inyong email address. Yung authentication code na yon ang inyong gagamitin para maka-view kayo ng credentials sa MCL website. Yung credentials na makukuha ninyo sa MCL website, gagamitin ninyo to access Blackboard Learn. Magkahiwalay po ang website sa Blackboard Learn. Magkahiwalay po sila talaga. Ang website po ay gagamitin nyo lang to get the credentials for Blackboard Learn. What are the credentials that you need for Blackboard Learn? Student number and your default password. Once you get the student number and default password, you go to the MCL Blackboard website, you key in your student number and default password, and you will automatically be able to enter the Enrollment Management System course that we opened for all new students. Once po na nakapasok na kayo sa Blackboard Learn, madali na po lahat ng procedures. Kaya po hinihingi ko po yung pangunawa ng lahat, balikan po natin yung guidelines dahil yung mga tanong nyo po, lahat ay masasagot nung guidelines. Okay po, so balikan po natin yung ating guidelines. How much does the ESC cover in the tuition fees? Depending po, wala na pong ESC. Take note po, ang ESC po ay pang grade 7 to grade 10 lang. Ang pinag-uusapan po yan natin dito, ang tanong yata niya, yung senior high school voucher. Kasi kapag ikaw ay graduate sa ESC school at ikaw ay ESC recipient, automatic, ikaw ay voucher recipient na rin. So, ang tanong siguro ni Sir o ni Ma'am, magkano ang value ng senior high school voucher? Ang value po niyan ay depende sa locality. Parang 14,000 yata yung pinakamababa. 14,500. May iba na may subsidy yung local government. Pag city, tumataas ng 1,000. So, depende po yan sa inyong application o sa inyong locality. Kaya ang gawin nyo po, ipasa nyo sa amin yung inyong ESC certification para ma-validate namin yung voucher at yung inyong entitlement. Pero nasa 14,000 po ang value ng voucher para sa senior high school students. Meron po ba tayo iba pang mga tanong na gusto i-raise?
Hi sir, good morning po. Another question po, for transferees naman po ito, is the open admission applicable for transferee? Will there be an entrance examination?
For transferees, ang question ay kung merong entrance examination, yes. Lahat po ng new students ay kailangan namin ng baseline data na makukuha namin sa admissions examination. So para sa mga transferees po, punta pa rin kayo sa MCL website, click online admission and fill up the online admission form. Para makuha namin, i-click nyo na kayo ay transferee para mabigyan namin kayo ng next steps after the online application. So, bakit lumalabas po yung online application or online admissions, yun po ang lagi nating first step for new students para sa application and enrollment. So, yun po ang laging step 1.
Another question po regarding din po sa transferee, sir. I'm planning to transfer at MCL. However, I do not have yet the requirements. What can I do?
Ano pa rin po? Ano po ba mga requirements yan? Birth certificate, wala ka pang ganon. Picture. Diba? So meron naman siguro, makipag-usap na lang kayo sa amin, email admissions@mcl.edu.ph so that we can discuss which requirements may be deferred submission. Ano naman yung meron ka na pwede na naming start yung application mo for transfer. So email us. Later on, we'll flash the contact information of MCL. So please get in touch with us so that we can advise you properly on the next steps. So, ayun po, meron pa po ba tayo ibang mga questions? What is the plan for the MCL graduating students? Ano po ba ang tinatanong na plan? Ang plan po, unfortunately, we need to cancel the graduation this coming July in compliance with the order of the DepEd to all schools. Hindi lang naman po MCL. So wala na po tayong graduation this July. But we are committing that we will be processing all the documentary requirements of the students so that they can enroll for college. So, we will process all the documents po. So, yun po yung plano natin for MCL Senior High School. Except that, we will no longer push through with the scheduled graduation this coming July. Can the parents access Blackboard Learn? Yes. Gusto nga po namin ina-access nyo ang Blackboard Learn para matulungan nyo kami in monitoring the progress, the learning progress of the students. That is very important to us. We want that. We like that. So please access the Blackboard Learn of your children. Paano nyo po gagawin yan? Kuhanin nyo po ang password sa kanila. Username and password. Hindi po yan pwede ibigay ng school because of data privacy restrictions. Pero pag kayo po humingi niyan sa bata, definitely pag binigay, edi may consent. Pag binigay ng baon, pag hindi binigay sa inyo yung access information for Blackboard Learn. And I would like to emphasize that I think that's part of the shared responsibility that I was discussing earlier. We need shared responsibility, and that's the task and the role of the parents in ensuring that learning continuity will happen at this time of the pandemic. Malaking tulong po kung katuwang kayo ng eskwelahan sa pag-monitor ng students as they accomplish the learning activities through Blackboard Learn. So maraming salamat po sa nagtanong, and definitely kailangan po namin yan para maging success story itong Blackboard Learn experience para sa bata. Bakit pag kiniklik ko po yung view credentials, ayaw po gumana? Tinignan ko po yung email at password for Blackboard. Number 1, i-check muna kung yung sinubmit mong email address sa amin ng online application ay the same. Kasi kung magkaiba yung email address, hindi mo makukuha yung tamang authentication code. Kung tama naman, you email us, helpdesk@mcl.edu.ph, so that they could reply to you with the new authentication code that you need to use in order to get the login credentials for Blackboard Learn. So, ano po yan? Definitely challenging yan. Kasi lahat tayo nasanay na pag sinabing enrollment sa school, pupunta lang tayo, dala dokumento, pasa, pag-uwi, tapos na. Eh, hindi nga po ganun ang sitwasyon natin ngayon because we are restricted and we are compelled to do remote processing of enrollment transactions. Actually, mas madali ito. Mas madali po ito kung masusundan po natin ng maayos yung step-by-step instructions. All we need to do is really to read and review the guidelines so that we'll be guided properly. Baka po challenging kasi po nakakalito kasi bagong sistema, pero lahat naman po ng bagong sistema natututunan. At ang sabi nga po natin, this is part of the new normal. We better be ready on how we do online transactions, specifically for this purpose, the online enrollment for Malayan Colleges Laguna. Pati po yung payment transactions, we do not have on-site payment transactions until further notice dahil modified ECQ pa po ang Laguna. So ano ang gagawin natin? Tayo po ay pwede magbayad sa pamamagitan ng Paymaya, sa pamamagitan ng RCBC, Cebuana Luwilier at M. Luwilier. So we have all those off-site payment channels that you may choose to make payment transactions for Malayan Colleges Laguna. Tanongin ng mga magulang, pag sa RCBC ako nagbayad, kailangan ko ng account number ng MCL. Hindi po, sapagkat pag nagbayad kayo through RCBC, that should be through bills payment. Hindi po siya interbank deposit. Hindi po yan interbank account transfer. Hindi po ganon. Kumbaga, kung pupunta kayo sa RCBC over the counter, ang kukuhanin ninyong slip ay hindi deposit slip, kundi bills payment. Kung di ako nagkakamali, green yon. So you fill up the bills payment form. Ang ilalagay ninyo sa payee ay Malayan Colleges Laguna. Hindi nyo po kailangan ilagay ang account number ng MCL. Ang kailangan nyo po ay complete name ng bata at student number for reference. Again, for RCBC, bills payment po, hindi deposit ang gagawin. For Cebuana Luwilier and M. Luwilier, may payment slip po sila na pwede ninyong i-fill up when you are doing over-the-counter transactions sa M. Luwilier at Cebuana Luwilier. Again, ang kailangan nyo po doon ay student number at complete name ng bata. For PayMaya, once you are already enrolled, you can access 1MCL. And from 1MCL, meron po doon i-click na pay through PayMaya, and that will easily direct your transaction hanggang sa matapos po. So yan na po yung new normal. Again, mahirap po dahil nakagisna na natin na tayo ay nagbabayad sa actual, sa counter, may transaction na actual, may resibo. Pero ang new normal po ngayon, kailangan natin i-boost yung cashless transaction. Kailangan nating i-inform at maging bahagi ng sistema natin yung mga online processing of transactions po. So maybe this is the best dry run for all of us na maging comfortable with the online processing of transactions. Again, for payment, RCBC, Cebuana Luwilier, M. Luwilier, and PayMaya. Para po makuha niyo yung complete details, you may check with our website the complete payment instructions for all those 4 offsite payment channels for Malayan Colleges Laguna. Ano po ang preferable or required to use na laptop sa college? Are we ready with our presentation for the specifications ng computer o laptop na gagamitin? Actually po, if we are talking of distance learning through Blackboard Learn, kahit po mobile phone, magda-download lang po siya ng Blackboard app sa iOS kung ang ginagamit niya ay Apple, o kaya naman ay sa Play Store kung ito ay Android. Download po niya yung application for Blackboard, yung Blackboard na app na pwedeng gamitin sa handheld device. At yun na po, mag-login lang siya, makukuha na niya doon lahat ng mga activities sa klase. So, hindi po kailangan ng high-end na iPhone o kaya Samsung Galaxy phone na pinakamahal. Hindi po kailangan ng mga ganong leisure dahil yung mga simpleng smartphone po can access Blackboard Learn. And the functionalities are the same. However, meron pong mga specific programs like multimedia arts, architecture, information technology, computer science. Meron po yung mga kanya-kanyang computer applications na merong mga hardware requirement na medyo mataas ng konti. So, I hope we can flash the system requirements for multimedia arts and architecture, pati sa IT. Pero sa Blackboard Learn po, walang masyadong ganong requirements. So, hindi kailangan ng mga high-end na computers for Blackboard Learn. Pero yung sa architecture, multimedia arts, medyo kailangan po yan. Bakit? Kasi yung mga application, mga licensed softwares nila, kailangan po ng medyo mataas na specs. Otherwise, lalo na yung multimedia arts, baka pag nag-render ng video yan, abutin ng 3 linggo kung mabagal, kung mababa yung specs ng laptop niya. So, ito po, i-flash natin yung mga ilang requirements na nakuha namin from the colleges. For Bachelor of Multimedia Arts, Bachelor of Arts in Communication, and for Senior High School, ICT Strand. So, ang recommended po ay 9th generation Core i5 na processor, at least 500 gig na storage, 8 gig memory with provision for expansion, graphic card at least 2 gig kung built-in, pero kung may expansion slot, 8 gig. kung magkakaroon ng dedicated graphic card, especially for high definition video rendering. And the usual accessories needed for online lectures, online classes, kailangan yung webcam, microphone, headset, pen, tablet. That's for multimedia arts communication and ICT strand. Ano po yung pen tablet? Ang pinaka-famous na brand is Wacom, pero pwede naman kayong kumuha ng ibang mga brands. So, pen tablet po is used for animation. So, ang may animation po na courses, yung mga multimedia arts, communication, and information and communications technology for senior high school. Kaya kailangan po yung pen tablet na yon. Mura lang po yan. Makakabili kayo ng mga pen tablet na nasa less than 5,000 lang. Meron din kayo makukuha niya na use. Kasi kung minsan may mga artist na ginamit lang yan ng 1-2 buwan, hindi na ginagamit, nag-upgrade na, hindi nyo naman kailangan mag-upgrade ng mag-upgrade. So yung pen tablet na basic, pwede na po yan. Yung mga nakikita ko sa marketplace ng Facebook, 2,500 na pen tablet. Ngayon, kailangan po ba yan talaga na bilihin namin? Hindi po. Recommended po yung mga yan. Kasi po, kung gusto talaga natin, take note, itong BMMA, Communication and ICT, yan po ay mga skill. Mga skills po yan na kailangan ma-develop ng mga estudyante. So, mas maganda po na masanay silang gamitin yung mga software and hardware na yan dahil meron sila para makapag-practice sila. And in terms of software, they will be using Adobe Creative Cloud. Ito po yung kompletong set ng Adobe products for graphic design, animation, and video production. So that's for BMMA, Communication, and ICT strand. Next slide, we have for engineering, specific architecture. Processor is at least Core i5, storage 500 gig, memory is at least 8 gig with provision for expansion. Graphic card, ganun, kaparehas din, at least 2 gig or 8 gig kung merong dedicated video card. Accessories for online classes, webcam, microphone, and headset. Specific softwares for our architecture, AutoCAD, Revit, Adobe Photoshop, and SketchUp. So, yan. So, yan po yung may mga specific. Again, for online classes, yung processor, baka po pwede nyo i-downgrade yan. Core i3, may do. Kaya lang minsan yung presyo ng Core i3 at Core i5, maliit lang, konti lang yung diferensya. Doon ka na sa Core i5. Then memory, kung merong 4 gig, again, this is for online classes, pwede ng 4 gig. Then the standard accessories, webcam, microphone, and headset. Also, they must have Microsoft Office. Kasi yun naman yung default ng mga computers na gagamitin nila for the classes. Ayan. So, yan po yung tanong, yung sagot sa tanong for the preparable hardware and the software for students. Ayan. So, if you are opting for blended distance learning, can they do a study at their own pace? Ayan po yung kanina nasagot ko na natanong. Ayan. So, meron po ba tayong additional concerns? Mia?
Hello sir, I think na-discuss naman na po lahat ng mga concerns po natin.
Okay, meron lang pahabol. We have submitted the application. Should we expect email confirmation to acknowledge our intent? How do we know if we can proceed in sending the credentials? Again po, medyo madami po kayo. Kung iisa-isain po namin yung pag-i-email na confirmation, automatic naman po na mag-submit kayo dun sa pre-enrollment, natatanggap po namin yon. So, wag po kayong mabahala. Ang trigger po natin, para kayo ay magkaroon ng idea kung pwede na kayo mag-proceed, number 1, observe the schedule. So, kagaya po ngayon, ang schedule natin ay online submission of documents. By this time, dapat po available na sa inyo yung credentials. Again, paano kukunin yung credentials sa website using the authentication code? Wala po kinalaman yung authentication code sa pagkakapasa po ninyo ng pre-enrollment survey. Para magka-idea po kayo, yung enrollment process po na yan, dahil inabot po tayo ng pandemic, hiwa-hiwalay po na sistema yan. Kino-connect lang po yan ng tao sa ngayon para lang maidaos natin yung enrollment at hindi tayo mabinbin ng sobrang tagal. So wala po kinalaman yung authentication code sa pre-enrollment survey. Baka isipin niyo, baka kaya hindi ako makakuha ng authentication code kasi hindi ako nagpasa ng pre-enrollment. Wala pong ganon. Sa totoong buhay po, pag hindi po kayo nagpasa ng pre-enrollment survey at nakapasok kayo sa Blackboard, sasabihin lang namin sa inyo through course message, hindi yata namin natanggap yung pre-enrollment survey mo, ipasa mo. Okay po? So, ganun po kadali. Ganun po ka-flexible yung ating sistema. Hinihingi lang po namin yung cooperation ninyo. Number 1, follow the schedule. And second po, yun, yung mga trigger po na binanggit ko, pag tayo po ay nasa schedule na at nakuha na natin yung mga credentials na yon, you can go to Blackboard Learn. Pagpasok nyo po sa Blackboard Learn, kanya-kanya na pong section assignment yan. Meron na kayong mga enrollment advisor. Mas madali po ang ating communication pag nandoon na. So, sa ngayon po, yun po. Ngayon po, May 20, open na ang online submission of documents. Again, by this time, we are expecting that you have obtained already your authentication code. In case you did not receive your authentication code, please email us. Yung mga numbers po na nakapost kanina, pakipost ulit natin para makita nila and we can assist you further. Where is the start of the 10 days count? Paliwanag ko lang po ito. Maganda po itong tanong na to. Kaya po tayo may viewpoints para tayo ay magkaintindihan. Kaya po kami nagbibigay ng 10 days ay para hindi po ma-hold yung mga slots natin ng sectioning ng matagal. Tapos later on po, hindi pala magtutuloy yung bata. Kawawa naman yung mga nag-enroll at desididong mag-enroll na hindi nakakuha ng slot. Kasi meron pong mga ilan na kinuha yung slot tapos hindi pala magtutuloy nga kagaya ng example ko. So we are giving the parents 10 days to settle the dues through our offsite payment channels. And after you do the payment, you make the payment, you already got the slot. Ang tanong, kailan magsisimula yung counting ng 10 days? At the time po that you receive an instruction for us to make the payment. So pag binigyan po namin kayo ng message na please settle the payment through the following, this is the amount, isettle nyo po yan within 10 days. After 10 days po, tsaka po namin i-cancel yung core sectioning para ma-free up po dun sa ibang naghihintay ng section. So, ito po ay payong kaibigan. Paano yan? Kung wala pa akong pera nung 10 days na yon, ito po yan. Sasabihan lang po namin kayo na magbayad once na kayo ay makakumpleto ng documents. Ibig sabihin po, hindi makakumpleto, makapagpasa ng documents. So, ibig sabihin, may control po kayo kung kailan magsisimula yung inyong 10 days. So, paanong paraan? Number 1, ipasa nyo po yung documents. Kapag yung perang inaasahan ninyo na pambayad ay pasok doon sa 10 days na payment grace period. Ibig sabihin, kung masyado pang matagal, huwag nyo muna ipasa yung documents. Or pangalawa, hindi, ipapasa ko na itong documents na to. Magsesend na lang ako ng confirmation sa school, makikipag-usap na lang ako na ipapasa ko na yung documents, pero wag mo muna akong ilagay sa section dahil sa ganitong date pa dadating yung inaasahan kong pambayad. Malinaw po tayo doon. Magpasa ng documents, pero sabihan niyo po kami na wag muna kayong ilagay sa section para yung pagdating ng pambayad ninyo ay sumakto doon sa 10 days na grace period. So napaka-importante po ng communication dito sa bagay na ito para po doon sa iba nang nakikinig sa atin. Siguro naman marami akong mga kapanalig na magsasabing ay ang bilis mag-reply ng admissions ng Malayan Colleges Laguna pagdating sa email, pagdating sa Facebook message, pag-receive ng tawag at text. So talagang tinututukan po namin yan. Tinitiyak po namin na hanggat maaari hindi lumipas yung araw masagot namin yung inyong mga inquiries. And so far, happy po kami sa aming response rate. Kung meron man po mga pagkukulang, mga natabunang email, paumanhin po doon. Pero ginagawa po namin ang lahat na masagot po kayo sa lalong madaling panahon. And magpasa lang po kayo, mag-email lang po kayo at sasagutin po namin yan. So yun po, nasagot ko po yung grace period for the 10 days. Okay, once ba na ma-open ang BBL, required na matapos kaagad in 10 days? Hindi po. Kagaya ng sinabi ko, ang 10 days nakadepende sa pagpapasa ninyo ng dokumento at paggawa namin ng core sectioning para sa inyo. Pero kung sasabihan nyo kami na ito na yung dokumento namin, pero dahil hindi pa kami makakabayad, huwag nyo muna kami ilagay sa section, gagawin po namin yan, napaka-responsable po niyan, sapagkat hindi po natin dinedeprive yung ibang mga estudyante na naghahabol din ng slots sa pamamagitan po ng pag-reserve ng slot, tapos yung pala later on, hindi natin makukomply yung 10 days na yon. Saan makikita ang authentication code? Ini-email po yan doon sa email address na binigay ninyo nung kayo ay nag-online application. So pag mali po ang email address na binigay ninyo doon, minsan sobrang bilis ng pagtatype, ay hindi na nagkakamali-mali, doon po yan mapapadala, magbabound sa amin, hindi nyo matatanggap yung authentication code. Ano po ang gagawin ninyo? I-email nyo kami, helpdesk@mcl.edu.ph para kayo ay masagot, ma-replyan about the authentication code. So, yun po ang mga concerns na sinabi dito. Sana po ay nasagot namin. Again, yan po ang aming mga contact numbers, Smart, Globe, and email. Feel free to contact us. Kung marami pong detalye, email admissions@mcl.edu.ph. So mahirap po yan. Hindi ko po sinasabing madali yan. Madali para sa amin nung dinesign namin yung online enrollment. Pero para sa first-time users po, magiging mahirap po yan dahil sabi ko nga po, inabot po tayo ng ganitong sitwasyon that we need to convert nasa 80% of our enrollment procedures so that we can do that online. So, sana po bigyan natin ng chance itong remote enrollment na ito. Makikooperate po tayo, basahin po natin yung guidelines para po, kuminsan po kasi yung mga tinatanong nyo sa amin ay nasa guidelines. Mainis pa kayo pag ang sagot namin ay nililink lang namin kayo sa website. Kasi po, wala pong mas magandang paliwanag at sagot kundi yung pinaka-guidelines na po na dinevelop namin. So kaysa pasagutin namin kayo ng paisa-isang sentence na sasabihin nyo, hindi nyo na naman maintindihan, magulo. So mas maganda po, reviewin po natin yung guidelines so that we can maximize na meron tayong ganung dokumento na step by step. And kung meron pa rin pong hindi klaro, email nyo po kami. So far, ngayon po, inuulang kami ng tanong on the viewing of credentials. Ulitin ko lang po, nasa guidelines po yung viewing of credentials. Kagabi, nagpasa pa po kami ng another PDF guide kung paano kuhanin yung guideline, paano kuhanin yung credentials like student number and default password sa MCL website. So, sundin lang po natin yun. Sabi ko nga, dry run ito. Paano tayo mag-online learning, di ba? Kung hindi tayo nagbabasa. Paano tayo mag-online learning, mag-distance learning tayo? Kung bawat isang information na gusto natin masagot, ay itatanong pa natin dahil ayaw natin magbasa. So, subukan po natin na gawing dry run, gawing example, gawing first step para tayo ay maging komportable sa online learning under the new normal. Yan. So para nasagot na natin yung karamihan ng mga concerns. Again, can we flash the details of the online session of Viewpoints on May 23 for the guidance of our participants? Ito po ay request ng parents. Gusto nila ng discussion about flexible learning in the new normal. Gusto nila ng walkthrough ng Blackboard Learn. Paano ito gagawin? Paano ito gagana? Kailangan makita ko yung anak ko na komportable dyan o at least makaka-adjust dyan. Gusto ko makita, minsan may ganun eh. Kumbaga pag bibili ka ng bagong kotse, gusto minsan natin may test drive. So ibibigay po namin yan, hindi po namin yan pinagdadamot. This coming Saturday, 9:30 to 12, join us for another session of Viewpoints, but this is specifically on flexible learning on the new normal. Definitely, yung mga nag-enroll na estudyante, meron kayong separate orientation on the use of Blackboard Learn. Ito ay para sa parents, siguro sa new students na rin, para magkaroon kayo ng overview on how flexible learning will be implemented by Malayan Colleges Laguna. So, correction lang po, wala nang session sa May 25 dahil holiday, pero May 23 and May 30, parehas pong Saturday yan, join us. Pwede po kayo mag-register, i-scan nyo lang po yung QR code na yan na nakapost para makapag-register kayo sa aming Viewpoints for May 23 and 30 to specifically discuss the flexible learning in the new normal. So, maraming salamat po sa mga nagtanong. Meron pa po bang pahabol na tanong for our dear new students? So far, meron na po kaming nakikita sa Blackboard Learn na nagpasa ng mga documents. So, meron na po mga nagpasa ng documents. So, let us big sabihin, merong nakakapasok. Kaya ang worry ko, yung karamihan sa mga nagtatanong ay hindi nagbasa. So, pakibasa yung guidelines, yung step-by-step instructions para mag-guide tayo doon sa pagkuha ng credentials for Blackboard Learn. Wala na pong pahabol na questions. Kung may pahabol man po na questions, you can still attend the Viewpoint session tomorrow. Again, from 9:30 a.m. to 12 noon. We will be hosting another online session tomorrow, Thursday, May 21, 2020. Viewpoints, an online meeting with new students and parents. So thank you very much to all who joined and participated in our online meeting. On behalf of our administrators, our president, Dr. Reynaldo V. Bea, who is also the president of Mapua University, our administrators, our faculty members, our employees, the admissions team. Sana po ay safe kayo sa inyong mga tahanan. Sana po ay tayo ay manatili pa rin safe under the new normal. Thank you very much for joining Viewpoints. This is already our 4th online session. Hindi po kami magsasawa. Nakausapin kayo online so that you can get the most recent updates about open admissions and enrollment at Malayan Colleges Laguna, Mapua School. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ingat po tayo. Kita-kits po tayo pagka meron ng physical classes, and also sa ating distance learning, magkikita-kita rin po tayo doon. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.